What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Boxing Matchups back with another fight video. Now, before I get started with this video, make sure you like the video, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I drop new fight content. Well, Manny Pacquiao, 42 years of age, 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. Stands at 5'5.5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Manny Pacquiao had an interview, and he came out and said he wanted to return back to the sport of boxing. Now, we know the last fight we saw Manny Pacquiao was against Yordenis Ugas, where he got dominated. We never seen Manny Pacquiao get dominated the way he got dominated versus Yordenis Ugas. So much so that after the fight, Manny Pacquiao did a video when he was back home, and we saw his wife had to feed Manny Pacquiao. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. And like I said, we never seen Manny Pacquiao get dominated like that. But he made it excuses to saying he had leg cramps. He wasn't able to move around the ring like he normally would, and he said if he was in his prime, he would have beat Yordenis Ugas. But Manny Pacquiao stated in his interview that he wanted to return back to the sport of boxing, and the first person that he said he wanted to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, we know Terrence Bud Crawford, they in talk right now with the Team Spence for the undisputed title fight at 147 pounds. But Manny Pacquiao said if Bud Crawford and Earl Spence doesn't happen to make that fight, he wanted to fight Bud Crawford for his WBO title, and then he wanted to fight Earl Spence and become undisputed because he's never been undisputed. Now, we know Manny Pacquiao is an 8-division champion, but he has never been undisputed. But my whole take from this, I don't think that Manny Pacquiao needs to come back and fight Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. At this point in time in his career, he's an old man, and these guys are still in their prime. Earl Spence is 32 years old. Terrence Bud Crawford is 34 years old. And these guys will be beating up on an old man. Like I said, Manny Pacquiao got dominated versus Yordenis Ugas, and we saw what Earl Spence did to Yordenis Ugas. Earl Spence dominated Yordenis Ugas. He broke his orbital bone and stopped him in the 10th round. Manny Pacquiao, he's much smaller than Earl Spence. He's much smaller than Terrence Bud Crawford. At this point in time in his career, I believe if Manny Pacquiao want to come back into the sport of boxing, he should rematch Keith Thurman. Give Keith Thurman a rematch, and if you look impressive in that fight and you happen to be able to compete with Keith Thurman, then maybe you might be able to get a fight with a Bud Crawford or Earl Spence. But like I said, I don't think Manny Pacquiao he has it anymore. He's an old man in the sport of boxing. Now, he's a young man by nature, but in the sport of boxing, he's an old man. So I think he should get in there with a Keith Thurman, or even if he wanted to come back to the sport of boxing, try to get that fight with Floyd Mayweather. Now, we know Floyd Mayweather at his last exhibition fight, he said he had a big announcement that he was going to let everybody know about his return back to the ring. So we don't know what Floyd Mayweather has. I don't know if he's going to come back to the actual sport of boxing or if it's the next opponent that he will have in an exhibition matchup. But at this point, a lot of people wanted to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao in a rematch fight. Why not try to get Floyd Mayweather to get back in the ring? Both of y'all are retired now. Both of y'all are in y'all 40s. Floyd Mayweather is 44, about to be 45. You're 42, about to be 43. Get Floyd Mayweather back in the ring and rematch Floyd Mayweather. But I believe Manny Pacquiao should stay away from Bud Crawford and Earl Spence. I don't see him beating him. I see him getting stopped in devastating fashion. But like I said, Manny Pacquiao, he lost his presidency in his country, so he decided he wanted to come back to the sport of boxing. But he might need to stay away from those guys. Those guys are still hungry, they still in their prime, and they might hurt Manny Pacquiao seriously. But that's all I have for this video. Drop a comment in the comment section. Like I said before, if you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to your channel. I will be back with more videos. It's your boy, Boxing Matchups. Peace.